today I'm going to do a review, kind of a product review and then a quick demo of the GHD 4 styler, which is available on the website of beautychoice.com. I'll have the link to everything on the side. So I'm going to quickly just review some of the things about the GHD, how it works, what the benefits are, stuff like that, and then I'm going to do a demo comparing it to sort of a more conventional hair iron, the one that I had previously. The GHD heats up incredibly fast. I think the maximum temperature that I've been able to, I've kind of researched this a bit online, the maximum temperature I think is 210 degrees Celsius within seconds. Like, you turn it on, you'll be able to see this in the demo, you turn it on and then like a couple seconds later it's ready to go. So that means in the morning, if you're getting ready and you don't have a lot of time, that's a huge advantage. The other thing that really appeals to me about the GHD is that it is universal voltage. So that means you know, especially if you're somebody who either travels a lot, like if you maybe have a job where you have to go out of the continent, you have to either go to the States or you have to go to Europe or Asia or whatever, you will not be able to use a conventional iron that is not dual voltage because you'd either have to buy a special traveling iron or you'd have to buy one that has the voltage of whatever place you're going to. So this one you can use anywhere. Actually, it says here that the voltage is from 100 volts to 230 volts. So that means you can use this in North America and you can also use this in Europe, so that's great. What I also noticed about this when I was using it is how smoothly it glided through my hair. These are, I think, aluminum plates, but it is ceramic heating. So the heating is ceramic, but these plates are so smooth. So that's something that's really important, because if you're using it every day and it's going to be snagging on your hair, then that can be really damaging as well. So this one was really, really smooth. I was really impressed with that. What is also really cool is that these plates, I'm not sure if you're able to see it, these plates move. So you can see if I'm pressing on it like this, the plates actually move. So for example, if this finger was my hair, you can kind of see that these plates give way a bit. So what that means is that if your hair is going through, okay, like this, and the plates are moving a bit, so they're actually adjusting to your hair. So if you've got like a huge chunk of hair and then you put it, it means that the plates are not going to be clamping down too hard, and that's kind of what causes snagging. So these ones are they're called floating plates, so they just have like a spring or something underneath, so it just kind of adjusts to your hair. Also, something that I really, really love about this one is that it turns off. If let's say, you know, you're rushing in the morning or something and then you run out of the house and then sometimes you think, oh my god, did I leave my straightener on? And this one, even if you leave it on, if you forget about it or something, if you're rushing, it turns off after 30 minutes. So it goes into like a sleep mode and the heat shuts off. So that means that, you know, there's no chance of fire or anything like that. So that's something that's really good about this one as well. And overall, I really like the design as well, because this is, I think it's 1 inch wide, I'm not 100% sure, but it is completely like smooth, like there's no harsh corners and stuff on the side. So that means if you're doing curls, you're gonna get a nice shape to it, because there's not gonna be, like, I know some irons, they're rounded here, but then they have like a sharp edge on the side. And then when you do a curl, sometimes you get kinks and stuff in it. So you can definitely use the GHD for curling as well. So I will be doing a video sometime in the future to show you guys how you can use this iron for curling. Now, the last thing that kind of people always talk about this is the price, because this is kind of more an investment iron, like it's kind of expensive. And I agree, it is an expensive tool. However, you know, if you're somebody who uses an iron, maybe a straightening iron every day, every second day, or at least a couple times a week, then you just want to consider about, is it something that you want to invest a bit of money in and get something that's going to be really, really good quality, or you can maybe save a bit of money, but then you might not have all these different features in an iron. So it kind of just depends what you want to spend money on. I mean, I think personally, if you use an iron a lot, then it is worth it to get something that's really a good quality iron and that you're going to be happy with, rather than maybe just cheaping out, buying something from a drugstore or something, and you know, it won't last and it just won't give you the exact same results. Lastly, also the cord is really important. This does have a swivel cord, so this moves. So that means if you're doing curls, for example, and you're turning the iron, the cord is not actually moving. So the cord, you see, is staying put. So it's not going to get like all twisted around. If you go on the side, I'm going to have a link to the website where you can get this. And right now, if you do decide to purchase this iron, you know, make sure you go ahead and do some other research if you're not sure. If you do decide that you want to buy this iron, right now they're having a promotion on Beauty Choice that you get a free L'Angelique curling iron, and it's kind of the same as the Ansa Milano that I have showed previously. If you are interested in that iron, then this might be a great time because you can get it as a set, and that other iron is almost $100 value, and you're going to get it free when you get the GHD 4 styler. And when you do order it, if you do decide to order it, it comes in this is the dark one, I think this is limited edition. It comes in this huge box. It's really kind of cool. And it opens up, I mean, I took most of the stuff out already, but it comes in this huge set. So on one side there's like the instruction booklets, and the one side will be the styler. And it also comes with an instructional like DVD that'll teach you some tips and tricks on how to use your styler for doing different kinds of styles. And then also inside that box is this, it's like a traveling case where you can, you can store your heating or your straightening iron. You can store it in there, or this is really great for traveling as well because it has, you can zip it up and you can stick it in your suitcase or whatever. And then of course it comes with like instructional books and stuff that'll tell you a little bit more about it. Alright, so that's actually it for the sort of informational talking stuff. So now you guys can actually get to the good part where I'm going to do the demo. I'm going to do the demo on completely air-dried hair so you can totally see how it works. I didn't, straighten it or anything, whatever. You'll be able to see the difference. And what I do recommend is that you do use some kind of like a heat protectant or just any kind of product that's going to kind of nourish your hair when you are heat styling. I use the Chi Silk Infusion. You can also get this at Beauty Choice. So yeah, now I'll get to the demo and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so this is the side that I'm going to do with the GHD. So I have the GHD here. It's not, it is plugged in, but it's not turned on. So I'm going to show you how fast this heats up. I'm going to just turn it on. Then there's an LED light here that says that it's heating, and then you're just going to wait for the beep. I'm going to show you this in real time so you can see how fast it heated up. Did you hear that? Okay, it's ready. And then you just start. Now if you see some steam coming off, it's because I did apply a product before. So there you can see how straight it already is. I'm gonna just maybe go through it one more time. And it's totally straight, so I can move on to the next chunk. It's already totally straight, so I don't even really need to go over that one. And it just glides through so smoothly, like this part's already done. I don't need to go over those anymore. They're already perfectly, completely straight, as you can see. So I can already move on to the next part. Perfectly straight. Get the next part. So you can kind of just vary, because this is already full power heat, you can just vary, how fast you want it straightened by varying the speed at which you go through your hair. So if you go through it really quickly, you see how fast that is? I mean, it's already like straight. I only went over each section like 1 or 2 times maximum and it's stick straight. Now this is maybe gonna take me a bit longer just because the hair at the top is somehow thicker than the hair at the bottom for me. I don't know why, it's just how it is. And because I have so many layers, it's kind of hard to get all the hair in one go because my hair is layered. And it just glides so smoothly, like it doesn't pull at my hair at all, which is something I really, really value, because most of these hair straightening irons that I've tried previously, they used to always pull on my hair and I hated that. So that's how it's like pretty much done. Maybe I'll just go over the bangs one more time. Just the front part here. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I mean, that took me like two or 3 minutes or something. Alright, so here's my other iron that I have. This is the this is one by Philips. This one, I think, it wasn't very expensive when I bought it. It was about around $80. And I'm gonna put it on the maximum setting. Alright, so my iron is finally heated up, so it does take a lot longer. I won't be able to show you that in real time. You'll just have to take my word for it. It took maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start straightening just as I did the other side. So what I noticed about this one right away is that it's definitely not as smooth as the GHD. I mean, it does straighten it, but it kind of grabs the hair a lot more, and it also sort of just sometimes gets snagged on these plates. So you can see now I went over it a few times, but there's definitely some places that I need to go over more. Like I need to go over each section way more than the GHD. Yeah, it's not smooth, like it gets stuck. I'm not just saying that, I mean that's honestly my experience. Like it just doesn't glide nearly as smoothly as the GHD, so I noticed that right away. Put down the next section. I'm gonna go over this one. See, it's getting stuck again. Now that steam that's coming off is just the product. So I'm just really having to pull hard somehow, like to get, did you hear that snagging sound at the end? That's just the hair getting snagged. It's like I'm really pulling really hard, and there's already a couple of hairs that have come out. So that right away I can notice the difference. I'm gonna start here. You see, it just went over that and it's like totally not even straight at all. Like I have to go over it like 2 or 3 times at least. Still not totally straight. This is the 3rd time going over it. So, I mean, it does get it straight, but it just takes more effort. And because I'm having to go over it more times, I think it just damages the hair more. Especially in the front section here, I have a lot of like waves and stuff, and somehow that takes longer. So the main difference I think that I've been noticing right away is that this iron I have to pull so hard to really get the hair straight, and it's just, it snags the hair and I have to go over it more times. Like here I've still got some waviness and stuff, so I have to keep going over it. Alright, so now both sides are straight. As you can see, this is the GHD side and this is the other one. So both of them did get them straight. So I'm not going to say that that one didn't work or whatever, because it did. It does get it straight. However, the GHD does have the benefit that you have to go over it fewer times. Personally, that's my experience. You have to go over the hair fewer amount of times than just a conventional iron. So that means you're probably going to be damaging your hair less because it's going to be exposed to the heat fewer number of times. So although the heat is higher, because you're only going over it maybe once or twice, it's not going to be as damaging as something like this one, where I had to go over each piece maybe 4 or 5 times to get it perfectly straight. And then the other benefit, I mean, there's lots of other benefits. The other benefit is the heat up time. I mean, if you're somebody like me who in the morning is often rushing, and you just need to get it right away hot, I mean, you could see how fast that iron heated up. I mean, it was like, what, 10 seconds or 12 seconds or something, versus this one which takes like 4 or 5 minutes or 3 or 4 minutes or something to heat up. And some other, of course, advantages are the dual voltage. I mean, I can take this iron anywhere versus this one, which I can only use in Europe. So if I go traveling, I'd have to get a special iron for whatever country I'm going to. And of course, the other main difference is that you can do awesome curls with this because it is rounded. So the curling will be really easy to do versus this one. You wouldn't, like, I have tried curling with this and it doesn't work at all. It's way too big and it's too clunky, and it just really snags on this versus the GHD, which is really, really fluid. Like, it doesn't snag my hair at all. So that's it on the GHD. I hope you enjoyed that review. I will have the links to all the offers and stuff on the side. So if you want to check this out for yourself, then I hope this video is helpful. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!